Namaste. My name is Prabhu. I am a medical researcher. I studied pathology, which is the study of diseases, at the University of Maryland in the US. And I also studied epidemiology, which is the study of how diseases spread at the Johns Hopkins University, also in Maryland. Till recently, I was working at the National Institutes of Health, one of the world's largest medical research institutions. I was heading the marketing of technologies, which is the inventions from the FDA, CDC, and NIH. And I was very lucky to see technologies decades before they actually got to the public. And I'm hoping that from my experience in working on those technologies and working in the medical field, that whatever I have learned, I hope to be able to impart to you. In the last video, Dr. Jenny described to you in very broad sense how to stay healthy during this pandemic of coronavirus. In this video, what I plan to do is give you one little aspect and expand on the aspect that Dr. Jenny talked about, which is exercise. How do we keep ourselves healthy using exercise? So in this video, I'll show you some very easy to do exercises, and I'll tell you the benefits of using them. But do watch the video till the end, because at the end I'm going to have some very easy to remember tips for staying back on track. So in other words, in case you stop doing the routines, which happens to us all the time, how do you get back on doing the exercises again? Initially, I felt I should not talk much about the benefits of exercise, but Dr. Jenny reminded me that it's better to remind. Anyway, what I was about to say is that it really does help to remember why you're doing this exercise. For example, when Dr. Jenny and I fight, I didn't say if, when we fight, one of us goes for a run. And by the time the person comes back, they're in a good mood. So it's a very straightforward one. I mean, exercise actually does enhance your mood and calms you down. So that's one of the first benefits I wanted to tell you about. Obviously, doing exercises like running is an aerobic exercise. So aerobic exercise does, everybody knows, but I want to remind you that it does help literally burn fat. But did you know that it actually helps exercise your circulatory system? Moving blood through your circulatory system also helps in cholesterol. It actually increases the good cholesterol and decreases the bad cholesterol. In fact, when we look at blood reports, we are always looking for those bad and good cholesterol, and we can actually tell how much exercise somebody has done by just looking at their good versus bad cholesterol. Add to this stretching exercises, and that really brings in another dimension of calming your nerves down. So overall, aerobic exercise and stretching really helps you get into a better mood, especially when you're indoors. It can really benefit you. So now you must be wondering, how do I do this exercise thing? How do I start? So one of the key things I want to say now, and I might repeat it again, I think I will repeat it again, is to start any way you can. Just start 5 minutes a day, that's fine. Increase it in terms of time or intensity, whichever one works for you. Slowly, the idea is to progress from doing almost nothing to doing more and more and more exercise at a time. So let's take an example from our own lives. Just 2 months ago, very recently, when the coronavirus thing hit us, just before that, we had sold our house, we were busy selling the house, we were busy selling the car, quitting our jobs, taking the kids out of school. We were busy with so many things, and our exercise had gone down to maybe once a month or once every 2 months. So we had to literally start from scratch, and this will happen to everybody. You get off the bandwagon and you get back onto it, and this is what we had to do. So what we did was we just started walking, simply walking. It was a nice place. We started going on long walks, just simply taking our kids and just walking. It was a slow walk initially, and then one of us said, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to go for a short jog." And Dr. Jenny went for a short jog. Next day, I went for a short jog. So we started the ball rolling by doing something very small, something pleasurable, to something that we liked. We kind of pushed ourselves into it, and then now we're liking it. So we've, today, if you ask Dr. Jenny, she's doing 5, 6, 7 miles each time she goes out to run. I may be doing 2 or 3 miles, but that's just the way I am. For me, 2 or 3 miles is like her 6 or 7 miles. So it works just fine. The idea is to start slow, but to continue adding to it, either in time or in intensity. Dr. Jenny reminded me that there is an app that she uses quite often, and it's not just an app. There's like a slew of these apps. They are generally called Couch to 5K, meaning couch to 5 kilometers. So you download this app, and progressively every day it will prompt you to do something. It's just a little bit more, a little bit more. So gets you up from the couch, and ultimately within a period of time, let's say a month or so, you will be running 5 kilometers. So one of the techniques that Dr. Jenny uses, and in fact that's how I know she's going to run, is as soon as she is done with her morning, shower or whatever, I see her already wearing her gym outfit or her, shorts or her sneakers or something. Then I know that she's planning to go for a run. And the reason why she does that is because once she's worn that, it's a little harder to convince yourself not to go for a run. So it's another one of the little techniques that you might want to try it yourself. Maybe it'll work for you. Think about that 5-minute exercise part. Just start 5 minutes. Just get off the couch and do some stretching for 5 minutes. If you have a flight of stairs around close by, go up and down as slowly as you want. That's fine. Just 5 minutes. Just do 5 minutes of going up and down the stairs and stop. That's okay. Next day, do again 5 minutes. And maybe third, fourth day, do maybe 7 or 8 minutes. So you see what I'm saying? Just increase that. Or you can just do 5 minutes again, but walk a little faster. So try to add either intensity or time to whatever you're doing. Stretching or pacing up and down or walking up and down the stairs. Doing whatever you're doing, just add to it. The key is starting very small and adding to it. So once you become accustomed to doing exercises on a kind of routine basis, like every 2-3 days you're doing some workout or something, find some time free, maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes, and pull up a YouTube video. See something that you think that you can manage and do for a little bit of time, not just like try one and then the next one and so on. Just pick somebody that you feel can give you the kind of workout that you can manage, and do those routines. And again, if you do it, let's say once a week, that's fine. Go back to your 5 minutes, 10 minutes of walking up and down the stairs. And then again, once a week, do that same routine again. So now you've added, on top of the 5 minutes, you've layered another thing of an exercise routine on the YouTube. We've talked a lot about, the 5-minute exercises and so on, and the benefits of exercises, circulatory system, aerobics and stretching, etc. Let's take a look at some of the exercises that we feel are easy to do with tremendous benefit.
Most of these are yoga asanas, and at the end you will find that some of them will help you oxygenate your body. Vajrasana to Virasana. Settle onto your knees, rest for a minute, and then slowly spread your feet and sit on the floor. Parivratrasana in Sukhasana. This one is a wonderful way to move the fluid between your vertebrae so that the newly oxygenated fluid can get in there. Balasana to Bhujangasana. All day we carry on a slightly slumped manner or bent forward, especially with our smartphones in our hands. This one really nicely counterbalances it. Supta Matsyendasana. Again, another spinal twist, but with a little bit more intensity as your legs pull you onto one side and you look towards the other. Marjarenasana to Bitilasana. This one is great for sciatica pain, usually due to a pinched back nerve. Also open up the spine. Veerbhadrasana 1 and 2. Slowly we are moving to open up our lungs, and this is the start. Tadasana to Adhumukha Svanasana. This one helps open up the top part of our lungs as well as shoulder joints. Easy jumping jacks. Start slow with this one. There's no rush. Jumping jacks. If you can manage to move your arms above, it will help open up the lungs even more. Mountain climbers. Some of us find jumping jacks to not increase breathing enough. This one will certainly take care of that. Slow march in place. This starts to engage the largest muscles in your body, in your legs. Think of them as engines that will help burn more and more energy. Slow knee ups and arm circles. This will increase the intensity a little bit more. If you can, try and open up the knees to the sides. And start rotating your arms the way I'm showing you. Chair squats. Again, we are hitting the largest set of muscles in your body to increase the energy burning capacity of your body. If you find this easy, try not to sit but just touch the chair and get back up.
After watching some of those exercise routines, I hope that you get a sense that it's not very difficult to just do these very simplistic exercises. Whatever works for you. If you think that what we demonstrated was a little too high intensity for you, and we understand, just tone it down. But to start slowly, and stick to it. So that's the real key conclusion that I want you to take home. This being number 2 of our video series, please go easy on us, but we do really appreciate if you can give us some feedback on what you think about the video, what kind of videos would you like to see, any other comments, suggestions. We would love to hear back from you, and if you'd like to see videos like these completely based on evidence, do subscribe to our video channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever we post a new video, it'll automatically come to your inbox and you'll be able to watch it directly from there.